Welcome to hashtag All Podcasts Matter presents
just a regular ass movie review, but not. It's the end of an era, and by era I mean like the Trump era, like the era, you know, when the fucking Jews got out of fucking Egypt.
Good night, sweet prince, but not really. Goodbye, you garbage-eating sink bags. To the Fox X-Men, we're reviewing the last X-Men film of a franchise.
The last X-Men film, not the last mutant film.
Yeah, I don't know if that movie's ever going to come out, so we'll see.
Drop it on Netflix, nigga. We'll fucking suck on it like we did Bird Box.
Oh, that's true. If it comes out on Hulu, I'm seeing it tomorrow.
Nigga, like, what, bro? Have you seen New Mutants? Bro, all right. I was in my boxing drawers with my dick out, and it was on, and I was like, what's the worst going to happen? It was the best movie I've ever not paid for. We like movies way better when we think we're not paying for it, and when we don't have to put on pants.
That's true. I had no pants, and I ate cold pizza.
Bro. And this shit was falling on me. I had crumbs, and I was like this.
Then I brushed onto the floor, casually.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I got wood floors, baby. All I gotta do is Swiffer that bitch.
I got a Roomba on sale.
Exactly. It scares the dog.
It doesn't work. So listen.
I was about to say Zumba, but that's the actual thing. Anyway, go ahead.
I really tried not to be mad at this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I really tried.
When the director comes out, like, look here, baby. This was actually his quote. He said, look here, baby. Yeah, it's my fault, baby. First of all, I shouldn't have been making this movie. I've only ever written a movie before.
I've never directed a movie. And listen, I know it didn't resonate with X-Men fans or casual moviegoers.
Or people that breathe.
Listen, but...
it wasn't no but. He's like, that's my fault. He said, when a movie don't resonate with hardcore X-Men fans, casual X-Men fans, or casual fans, or people that just want to see big explosion, or people that thought they were going to go see a comic book movie.
Listen, so it appealed to no one. Yeah. And I take blame for that.
Yeah, my bad. But like Amanda Sheffield, I don't know her name because I want to bring it up. You know, Disney Marvel is scared to do shit like this. Make bad movies. All right, we're over here breaking the envelope. One time we said slave name on a white chick.
Yes, and that same clunky dialogue is present in this film.
Oh yeah. Oh, and Jennifer Lawrence.
Yes.
Ex-women. No, bitch. No. All right, good.
I'm like, ma'am.
It's not African American Panther.
But I really try not to be mad watching this film, but the whole time I watch it with balled fists and clenched teeth.
Nah, when the reviews came out and they were just like, and Disney and Fox was like, yeah, nigga, we make X-Men movies. Not good ones.
Like, we know what we did.
Mm-hmm.
The worst reviews of any X-Men film.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the worst drop-off of any X-Men film. Even though it dropped from like...
82%.
82% in the weekend. It dropped from like 12 million to like 2 million. Yeah, I think it made 2 million that second weekend. I should think I might be right. It was like 12 million, 2 million. So yeah, we watched X-Men. This movie starts where all X-Men movies jump off the rails in space. I mean, X-Men. Fucking, god damn it! All right, remember, like you said, when fucking X-Men on the '90s cartoon went to space, downhill.
It did, yeah. This movie takes place in the 90s for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Because they thought it was cool to jump 10 years.
The time jump thing never has anything to do with the plot. Not in this movie, at least.
Because only person that doesn't age like a regular ass person is the nigga Wolverine. Everybody else should be 10 years older. You look different in 10 years. I promise you do. I promise you
yes,
do.
This is true.
Maybe Mystique doesn't age.
But yeah, also, this movie kind of likes to be like mutant Forrest Gump.
Mm-hmm.
In the way that like the X-Men cross paths with like various historic events, but not in this
mutant Forrest Gump. Yeah. This movie was ting. All right.
There was no starter jackets. There was no pogs, cross colors, Jabot jeans.
Oh no, they mean white 90s.
Oh,
white 90s.
Yeah.
Nothing. White 90s, and not pop. Not something we had to clear. 90s. All right.
Trapper Keepers. Lisa Frank. Lisa Frank.
Yeah. I always got to mix up with Anne Frank, and I was like, why are we celebrating this bitch?
I want to be like you, Uncle Frank.
Yeah. No, Lucas, no, Bumpy. They're making another Bumpy Johnson movie with Forrest
Whitaker. That looks great.
It looks great, but I'm like, I know who he is.
You like Bumpy Johnson again?
I
remember Hoodlum.
Yeah. You know, Felix Mitchell was way more better. It was way better. And it was crack, bro. Crack, bro.
Well,
and the soundtrack will be so much better. It'd be all too short.
Let's try to get Ryan Coogler on.
Bro, can we do a Felix, bro? I mean, Charles somewhere out there living his best life, but we can't talk about it. We can just talk a little D, E40, bro. Everybody gonna be in this. Oh man, it'd be a great movie. And fucking Too Short can tell you the whole story, baby. The one time he went to Eastmont Mall and dumped out a bag of cash for everybody, bro. The really passing out turkeys. The nigga that was really passing out turkeys, bro. The Carter, that's him also. He really that's the Village, nigga. You know about the Village. Mm-hmm. VILLAGE. Oh, yeah. Must be deaf and dumb if you ain't heard of me.
I listened to quite a bit of Yuck Mouth.
Oh, I'm talking about Delinquents.
Okay. Well, no, I mean, I've heard stories, I mean.
Yes, stories. Yes. I was in the Village one time, and I was mad, because I was like, hey, nigga, you didn't tell me I was coming to the Village. Get me out of here. And I just had to stay in the car and, like, look forward. I'm from the hood, but I don't like notorious hoods. They scare me. Like, some hoods I just don't like being in. Like, I'm cool with Serenity Park because I got niggas over here. I don't know nobody in the Village. So you take me to the Village, I'm like, why the fuck am I in the Village? We visited his cousin. I barely know him. My sister took me to Hunters Point one time. I was mad because we were at the Pink Mustang at 2:30 in Hunters Point. It's like, oh, so this is how I die. In a Pink Mustang. In the passenger seat. Like, I'm the hoe. A metallic Pink Mustang on Doug. My bad.
So this movie, it starts where any superhero movie should start, with a tragic death of parents.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So we get a lot of dynamics. Jean was a fucking brat. She murdered her mom. But the mom was a terrible person because she's lying to her kids. And the dad, his reaction was feasible. I'm not mad at his reaction.
I wasn't mad at his reaction.
So, mom, little Jean was like, hey, can we change the station? This shit's slap. This shit's trash. And mom was like, we'll change it in a minute. And she was like, we'll change it after this song. She's like, you said it like 2 songs ago. I just want to, I'm in here to the car too. I'm a little kid, attention span and shit like that. Also, I'm a little special that I don't know about and everything like that. But the mom was a bitch about it. And then the radio service thing. And I guess Jean jerked the car, but they didn't show Jean jerked the car the first time.
They didn't show it. And they're on a 2-lane road, which studies show is the most dangerous kind of road.
Mm-hmm. You know what even more dangerous than the 2-lane road?
Old Town?
Take my joke, huh?
Well, you set it up for me. So Charles meets Jean at the hospital, and she's like, wow, she has no scratch on her. She must be some kind of a mutant.
Mm-hmm. Well, they didn't say it anymore yet. It's like, it's a miracle. And Charles was like, is it though?
So listen,
he's twirling his mustache. He was like, I'm about to fuck up this little girl's world.
Listen, I'm gonna use my brain magic, and I'll hypnotize everybody, I guess, or freeze them in place, because I just take special children.
No. The doctor, remember, he was cool. The father said, hey, nigga, she a mutant? But this later in the movie.
Yeah.
So she was like, hey, I think I'm broken because I think I might have just killed my mom, but don't tell nobody. And he was like, you're not broken. You're just fucking one of the most powerful psychics ever. I can see it. I'm using my fucking DBZ scatter 2 times in one day. And it says your power level's over 9,000.
So it started smoking and he broke it. That's right. And then title card. And this is how I know that I'm about to be incredibly underwhelmed, because nothing amazing happens before the title card. It is boring as shit.
Nigga, they talked.
It is regular as fuck.
And they didn't even this is the last thing. This is the culmination. Like, when you get to Dark, like, every movie was to get to Dark Phoenix, even though this movie, no other movies, Apocalypse didn't happen. Did not happen. We're going to break down for a reason. A lot of things that didn't happen.
Yeah, that movie didn't happen at all.
Because only 10 years later, all the metal's back in the ground. Whatever.
And that also didn't happen because Magneto caused incredible amounts of damage.
He caused irreparable damage
to a mutant kind. Like mutants would never be fucking forgiven for that shit.
Nigga, Apocalypse didn't do as much damage as Magneto did. And everybody knows Magneto. Was it the metal nigga? Yeah. We got him on camera right now. Apocalypse was like, oh, what is he doing, baby? Oh shit, Magneto, stop, baby, stop. Everybody else was cutting the cars. Storm was, she was going sparkling dances and shit like that. Angel was just there, he had metal wings, which is one of my favorite horsemen, but he never really gets it in.
No, they never did him justice.
But they all saw Magneto, who was never a horseman, ever, because he's too fucking strong-willed to follow a nigga. He ripped the metal out of every ground, bro. Not just bridges. He ripped the metal out the ground, bro. There was like diamonds on the ground, gold,
and they're forever.
I know diamonds aren't metal. Anyway,
no, they're not. So cut to the 90s, and there's a space shuttle launch, and it's gone awry, and they're like, "Oh shit, I think the space shuttle has gone too high or something. Let's call the X-Men."
Because I guess that X-Men are the world's bitches, but they can't get you something. And then, so Charles like, oh shit, the space shuttle, this is time to show everybody that we can be good niggers.
That's right. And then Beast transforms into Beast, which I fucking hate.
Mm-hmm. Because these actors are too fucking lazy to get this paycheck and be blue the whole time. You know who never changed? One of the greatest actors ever and black aficionado, Kelsey Grammer.
That's right.
That nigga was blue the whole time. And then he fought blue.
That's right.
That nigga never said, oh, I'm Kelsey Grammer. You know my voice because I'm a great fucking actor.
That's right.
So all I had to do was talk. I'm the best Beast ever. Forever and ever.
Tossed salad and scrambled eggs.
Mm-hmm. You know that show Girlfriends that everybody love? That was me. I produced that. Because I like to see black women on the top. And I didn't just have light-skinned women. I had dark-skinned women.
Mm-hmm. They ate sushi and got massages.
Mm-hmm.
They were sophisticated.
It was like Sex in the City, but with black chicks that you'd actually want to have sex with.
I hated the costumes in this movie.
They're so lame. Like, oh, we're gonna do what X-Men wouldn't do. Put on these dorky ass fucking costumes.
I'm like, yes, they're from the comics, but you picked the most boring costumes from the comics, though.
I like the Cyclops when you just had that little pinhole, or the X one. No, yeah, the X one.
The X one was dope.
Yeah. Oh, Cyclops never got to be a leader.
He never got to be the leader, and also this movie still gets his powers wrong. Everybody, just for future reference, Cyclops' beams aren't hot. They don't heat up metal. It's more like a punching force.
And this nigga's actually an excellent tactician.
Oh, he does at one point like bounces beams off shit though.
He's also an excellent tactician. Don't this nigga be like, hey, you go there, you go there.
Yeah,
he can just say that one time in the movie, and I'd be like, all right, this nigga tactician, baby.
I did want that.
Cap does it in every movie where they team up, bro.
Yeah,
because they be like, oh, I'm a god. Oh, I got this iron suit. Oh, I'm a rage monster. And then they like, all right, Cap, tell us what to do. It's like, all right, nigga, now we gonna do this shit. You niggas do this, you niggas do that, and shit like that, baby. I'm captain, nigga.
He's like, everybody's like, look, so we're going to space, and Beast is like, yeah, I didn't build this for space though.
But he was like, but you're a super genius, and we only have an hour.
So Mystique is like, listen, I'm the leader of the X-Men, and I'm pretty sure going to space is fine. I know we don't have spacesuits or anything like that, but I brought plenty of duct tape. We're gonna be fine.
No, she ran up on Charles and was like, hey, nigga, we shouldn't be doing this. And then Jean was like, is this going to be all right? And she was like, Mystique, over these past 10 years that we haven't showed any kind of relationship, I trust you. If you tell me we can go to space, we should go to space.
It's like, listen, we met for a few minutes in the previous film, which didn't happen. Mm-hmm. So we're obviously good friends now.
Yeah, and I trust you because, you're the leader of X-Men in every iteration of X-Men.
Yes, just like fans have come to expect for years, we're finally seeing it on the big screen.
Exactly.
So they go to space, and like previous Fox films have established, it's really important that a big main character manifests itself in the form of a scary cloud, much like Galactus or Parallax, which is DC, but it's still a scary cloud.
Space Cloud, baby, Space Cloud. Gary Busey.
Oh fuck, you're right. I forgot about Gary Busey.
And so they get there and everything's going to plan, but they was like, oh, this solar flare. It's like, that's not a solar flare. It has conscience or some shit like that. And so while they're trying to get all the Ruskies off the plane, somebody's in the wrong spot trying to fix the plane that's got debris on all this shit.
Well, it's because he left his bagel in the space toaster oven.
He's like, my borscht. my doll set that gets smaller every time I pull one out.
I think it's called a babushka. Or made it up. I'm not sure.
I gotta get my Siberian tiger and my copies of Drago 2, the Drago cut. And so they throw the last one out, but Jean is a little bit too late because they can teleport at an instant.
Sorry, it's actually called a Matryoshka. That's what it's called.
Okay.
The nesting dolls. But yeah, Quicksilver has his one scene in the whole movie.
No, he has two scenes.
Oh, okay.
When Jean does the Superman.
Oh yeah, you're right.
She does
sorry.
the Superman one.
Sorry, he does two things, and then they got to get him the fuck out of the movie.
Yeah.
Quicksilver gathers everybody, and Nightcrawler teleports a lot. Oh, and like Cyclops does the thing.
Mm-hmm. And
I thought that was stupid as fuck. How they basically put a window on the X-Bird so you can shoot out of it.
Oh, they put the TIE fighter.
And Mystique's like, Cyclops, can you go pew pew at the ship?
He's like, I'm here, right? It's not like you're going to let me tactics because you're the greatest tactician ever, Mystique. I'm over here on Captain America level as a tactician, but I guess whatever.
Don't worry, I can pew.
Yeah. And so Jean gets blown up by a space cloud, but it sucks her in, and everybody's cool with it. They just bring her back on the ship. And I was like, bitch got to find her own way back. She might have space AIDS. Okay,
Spades.
No, it's a beautiful game that if you don't know how to play, you get your black card revoked. Somebody was on Twitter that on Juneteenth was like, if you don't know nothing about, if you're African American and you don't know what Juneteenth mean, you should be ashamed of yourself. Like, bitch, do you know nobody's ever taught us what this shit means? Unless you had parents that wore dashikis as a children, like nobody taught my mama. Her grandma was a fucking slave and they never taught me what fucking Juneteenth is. I had to Google that shit, bitch.
Yeah, instead of bedtime stories, my dad read me C.B. Du Bois.
Mm-hmm. Good job. Mm-hmm. Or does it W.E.B. Du Bois?
That's what. No, C.B. is his cousin. He's lesser known. He actually wrote children's books.
Yeah. Okay. Why you was a nigga?
It's not as renowned, but you know.
It's like the classic books. I hope you still have them. They're a lot of money.
We do work.
You know, W.E.D.'s voice. His name is Webby.
Oh, that's where Little Webby got his name from.
It's his uncle.
Yeah.
Like in the Shaft timelines, that doesn't make any sense. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm looking up those ages before we start recording. I know it doesn't make sense.
And so they bring everybody back to Earth, and then Jean is when fucking Mystique gives her speech, and she was like, Charles, Jean could have died, but she didn't, bitch. What the fuck? You guys can die on every meeting.
I really no. This is what pissed me off about this movie so much is that they try to have all this fucking emotional weight that doesn't have any fucking bearing on reality. I'm like, Vic, you said you're going to be here. You said you're going to be here in 45 minutes, but you got here in 43.
No, it's like you guys are a tactical team that goes out and fight shit. You know, when we fight Apocalypse, Jean could have died.
Yes, everyone could have died, but the fate of the world is at risk, and it's your fucking job to save people. What the fuck do you want?
It's like, yes, I sent you into space, and Jean could have died, but you know, we're fucking superheroes, bitch. Take out the costume. You know what? I got a nigga that can tactician over there, and he probably would have did a better job, right? He probably would have did a better job. Oh no, Charles was wrong because he was like, no one gets left behind. All right, anyway, it's Charles' fault. All right, fine. And so she was like,
and I get that that's one of the arcs in the X-Men comic books.
Yeah, but they tried to build that fast.
That Charles eventually becomes a villain, but I think that's like too many threads in this movie. And
well, no, they never built that arc over time.
They didn't. It's supposed to be an arc. It's supposed. They wanted to Tony Stark his arc and do the arc that you mentioned of a dick, but. The problem with this whole franchise is they don't take time to build things.
Only thing we build is 10 years later.
That's it.
Yeah.
And we just assume like shit happens in between movies.
So anyway.
Excuse me, in betwixt.
In betwixt. Toe Jam. So in Earl, they had 2 games.
Sega Genesis. You know when they arrive.
Oh wait no. And so she was like, "You just did this to stroke your own ego. It's more like the women do more saving the men around here. Maybe we should call the team the X-Women."
And then like the theater stood up and clapped.
Yeah, Oscar.
She fucking delivered.
I can't wait till she starts doing better roles again.
I'm sure she's happy to be done with these.
Well, no, she probably thinks she's amazing in this. She was like, I don't know why these movies.
But when
Jennifer Lawrence,
when she gets back to the X Mansion, she turns into a white person. I'm like, but this is when you're at home with your people. Why would you transform into a non-mutant?
Because I need screen time as myself.
That makes sense. Okay. Also, when they arrive back on Earth, you see like this little girl has a Mystique doll. Are the X-Men getting royalties?
Nigga, they better be. Well, Charles can just, he can just...
Yeah, that's true.
Nigga, I'm going to need my money. He's not like 50. He's like, nigga, I'm going to need my money. All of it.
He's like, oh, we're getting another healthy donation this month? Oh, thank you.
Yes. He's not above using that shit like that. And so Jean's going through the science thing like, oh, shit. Can I use it 2 times in one episode? Yeah, fuck it. You use zoo books a lot. So Hank is doing Jean's reading. He was like, "Oh, this can't be right. Your power level's over 9,000."
And he's like, "What can't be right? Did you read my fucking mind without asking me? Get the fuck out of there,
bitch!"
Did you read all that nasty shit?
Me and Raven, we be mixing blues.
Because listen, I'm just saying it's better from the back.
Exactly. Hey, everything changes. Everything changes, bruh. Everything changes. Feels different.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's salty. So there's an X party in the woods.
And I think that was like Dua Lipa performing, which Electricity song she should have just performed. And there was like a mutant that scatters dust to make the ambiance better, and they were just drinking.
That was Dazzler. And the X-Men are just getting fucked up in the woods.
I know it was Dazzler. You're right.
Also, I just want to point out that Storm didn't speak until 13 minutes into the movie.
Because she knows her goddamn place.
She does. This movie tells us, too. Mm-hmm. This movie is about civil rights and social justice. However, remember, black people know your place. And be light-skinned.
Go ahead.
There's an X party in the woods, and Jean is just getting it in. She's had like 13 cups of whatever they're drinking. Mm-hmm. It's dark, but I think there's a purple hue.
Ah. Mm-hmm. Good job.
What?
Good job. Go ahead.
Okay. So there's also intercut with a scene with Beast and Mystique talking, and Mystique is like, "You ever think that Charles is a dick?" And Beast is like, "Not really. I'm kind of busy with other stuff right now." Mm-hmm.
She was like, "Hey, ain't we done being X-Men? Like, nigga, let's go do some other shit. Hey, Beast, I'm ready to bust it open for you in all forms I got. I'm not gonna get jealous that you don't want to fuck me with blue time every time. It's still the same woman. It's like when girls get new wigs, you got a different girlfriend."
What do you think the X in X-Men stands for?
Yeah, we can make our own X team called the XXX-Men. I've seen that parody before.
The sequel's better.
I like the Spider-Man, the spider porn verse.
I think the plot's a little convoluted, but it's still good. It's still good.
Yeah. You know me and plot. I only like plot and drama and porn, all right? I wanted my goddamn monster movies, all right?
I'm like, I mean, this is good.
That's where Godzilla went right and fucking Pacific Rim went wrong.
Yeah, that's true. No, that was terrible.
Especially 2.
But
we know 1 was bad, but 2 was like...
Wait, we still talking about Pacific Rim?
Yeah.
I mean, 1 is bad, but still enjoyable.
Exactly. And he gave a great speech.
It's bad in a good way.
Yeah. It gave us what we do, big ass robots. Like, what can we expect? Big ass robots, a little bit of budget, white savior, and my nigga Idris had to die. But did he give a speech?
He did. He sure did.
All right.
Back at the party, Jean has a flashback, and she's like, "Wait a minute, I died in a fire." And Scott's like, "Hey, remember that time you died? The kids called you the Phoenix. Hashtag the Phoenix."
Real quick. And then she the lean gets her, and she like, and so everybody was like, "Oh no!" Somebody was like, "Oh, Jean, you had enough." And she was like, "No, stop!" And then she like has a side duck explosion.
Yeah, she does. That's a nice pull. I refer to it as an X-gasm.
Nice, it's a different thing. All right, and so everybody like gets scared and like shit, and then she was like, "I don't want to hurt anybody, so I'm running away."
Xavier's hammering it up at the White House, and he's like, "Mutants, am I right, everybody?"
He's like, some mutants I don't even like being around. Those mutants.
And everybody's like, "You sure are."
He's like, can I say it? He's like, yeah. Niggas. Like, Mr. President, those niggas. He's like, just don't use the hard ER, then it's fine. He's like,
he gets a phone call that shit's going down at his house, and he's
no.
He's
Was it? I thought he got a head thing.
A head thing, yeah. A head. Yeah. He gets a ping.
Yeah.
And he's like, sorry, everybody, gotta go. Mutant business.
And then there was a black dude they gave a close up on, and he was like, oh shit, he's black, and they gave him a close up.
And he's like, he looks left and right, and then right at the camera.
And then they play dun dun dun.
I'm like, oh no, something ominous is happening. Yeah. Is he an alien? Maybe, I don't know. Mm-hmm. But he looks like a regular person. Ooh. And that makes it super interesting and not boring at all.
Mm-hmm. And then they showed us on a great. I don't know if this is in chronological order, but they showed us like stars fall out of the sky and this perfect white evening. Like all these people have like advanced degrees because their parents all have money and they like gifted that beach house to them, and they're all probably gonna have like a satanic orgy at the end because white people and shit like that.
Yeah, they're having like a fantastic evening. Like,
and then there's like a dog barking outside, and of course a bad dog owner is like, just let him bark. Like, no, this dog is clearly fucking barking at something viciously and shit like that. And then the dog goes, just, and then she gets taken over. Did she murder everybody at this party?
Yeah, she does. They cut it really short, though.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to DC, because their PG-13 murder. Whew. They push the envelope. They'll rip your head off. There's just so no blood.
This movie, like, she reaches into a dude's stomach. It's like, it's cut, but we just see like her hand touch his stomach and he keels over, and we just have to assume that she murders the rest of the people there.
Yeah, because they were screaming.
But she's an alien and they're shapeshifters, and that's a really boring villain.
Yeah,
really boring.
Because we had the because the movie theater was having technical difficulties. I didn't get to see a lot of stuff, but they never said who they were. They're the Dabari. They were going to be the Skrulls, but hey, when you got more than one green race that can shapeshift, yeah.
It would have been fine if they actually had like an alien form, but they just stay in the human form. It's kind of an uninspired villain choice, especially since they all have flat FX. I hate anybody who just talks in a monotone pattern all the time.
Yes, because we're aliens, and aliens wouldn't be able to pick up our speech patterns very fast.
But at least they are racially ambiguous. They pick different races to. Oh yeah, so back at the X Mansion that we use Cerebro. Cerebro kind of pisses me off in all these movies because it's that big ass room that you walk into, and there's no guardrail, but there's like a 75-foot drop. That shit is not safe.
No, it isn't. Fucking bro, like damn it, I can't think of who the fucking safety people would come. The fire marshal come and shut them down.
OSHA is going to be all over the X Mansion.
It's like, what the y'all. This nigga normally spazzes out when he uses Cerebro too much, but we don't need guardrails. Okay, okay. Oh, y'all got cat-like reflexes. What about this nigga called the Blob? Anyway.
Oh, so you're just going to turn that up to 11 and let his nose bleed? Okay. All right.
Why is there 11?
You're not supposed to turn it past that. But it's there.
But it's there. Like, you know what? My TV at fucking, like, the phone, after fucking me turning it up all the way, they tell you, hey, look, bro, this is damaged, but anything louder is too much. So they don't let me go louder.
There's some clunky ass exposition where we can see inside of Jean's brain, and Mystique and Beast are standing there. Charles using Cerebro, so they can see that her brain is damaged because it's red. And he's like, "What's happening here? It looks like she repressed some sort of memories." Blah 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 blah.
And then the little being sadness, anger, disgust, and happiness from fucking goddamn, what is it called?
Inside Out.
Inside Out. They was like, well, see, when you have happy thoughts and everything, but this Dick Charles Xavier, he rips up her synapses, and that's why she could make a misfiring. But they're reconnecting herself, and she's going to be real pissed when she finds out the truth. And then it comes back, and she was like, I have a dad. That nigga's alive. I'm going to go talk to my dad.
I'm going to go see him. And then the Cyclops, like, he runs in from I don't know where the fuck he was, right when Jean wakes up.
Yeah, and then she was like, I can't let you go, Jean. You come back with me forever. He always looked like he crying in every scene. He wasn't happy in one scene, bro. And so she puts him to sleep because I guess they have a love affair that they ain't ever, I don't know.
They never build upon that. Never at all.
And so let's just skip to where Jean locates her dad. It was like, how'd you find him?
Hold on. I do want to point out that, like we acknowledged earlier, the X-Men Apocalypse didn't happen, even though she's the Phoenix Force in that movie. She gets the Phoenix Force powers in this film. Okay, go ahead.
And they could explain, like, oh, the Phoenix Force was drawn to her from Apocalypse. All they had to write.
Writing would be helpful.
Yeah. And it could have just been one scene. It must have been drawn to that immense power. You know.
That would have made sense.
And she still could have went to space and got her Phoenix Force.
That would have been fine.
But don't act like the shit didn't happen.
I saw it happen.
10 years ago. A friend of mine, probably two. No.
So Jean finds her father, and everything goes just as planned.
Then she was like, "Why did you leave me?" He's like, "You found me, and you know I'm alive, and you don't know why I let you." And so she was like, "I was just a child." He was like, "No, nigga, if you gonna read my mind, read my goddamn mind, bitch."
No, he's like, "I shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step two."
Okay, step two. So she was like, "Nah, nigga, you like to read minds. Let's see what really happened." And so she sees that she actually murdered her mother because, white children. And so her father was so distraught that his daughter's a mutant and she murdered her mother. He was like, I can't do this, bro. I can't fucking do this.
He's like, your mother died, but also I died. Not physically.
No. You murdered your mother because she murdered her.
Yeah.
She killed her mother.
Yeah.
She didn't make her go to sleep. She jerked the car into the fucking thing. That's murder. Psycho murder. Surter.
Telekinetic.
Myco.
Telekinetic murder.
Yeah. Tycho?
Yeah.
No.
That works, I guess. I don't know what you're saying.
Turder. Yeah, she turded her.
Turtle sauce?
Telekinetic. She telekinetic her, bro. And then he was like, yeah, so, I was fucked up, baby. And so then he was talking to Charles in the flashback, and he was like, "There's nothing wrong with your daughter. She killed her fucking mother, bro. What do you mean there's nothing wrong with her? That's no like child angst. That's not teen angst, nigga. You don't just fucking because you get mad at the radio, you just gonna run a motherfucking over."
Well, I mean, sometimes you got to repress memories. I think Charles is right in this case.
Charles was right. Wrong, but right. I mean, it's the Hippocratic Oath, right?
Yeah.
And he's a doctor, Charles. Like, what is his doctor doing? Mutant science, nigga?
I think it's art.
That makes a lot of sense. And so she gets the thing, and then she like start getting mad, but then she hears the X-Men pulling up. And she's like, "You guys shouldn't have come," and stuff like that. Yeah. And so she was like, "Cool," and everybody get on, but then the police sirens gave her a fucking tantrum, like she got autism. She's on the spectrum a little bit now.
And she's like, "Well, I'm pretty upset, so I think I'm going to become evil." Now we all know how the Phoenix power is supposed to work. She's supposed to like really enjoy human emotion and stuff like that.
Yeah, first Phoenix was first she's nice, then she's a horn dog, and then she goes up like, "I'm benevolent." She's not even murder. She's like, "You guys are ants to me. Like, you know, I wouldn't care about stepping on an ant." I
was hoping that Cyclops and Wolverine's on this movie, we would get one good Jean. We never do.
Or one PG-13 roll around kissing scene.
Oh, there was no roll around quarters.
Hey, at least the Last Stand gave us the fucking horny Jean.
That's true.
Yeah. They never give us benevolent, like nice Jean, like where she just comes up and just slaps somebody with her Phoenix Force, and then she goes off into space and then comes back like after she got some taste of dick, and now she wants the world's dick. I'm pretty sure that's how they wrote it in the comic books. She was nice, then got horny.
Well,
puberty, baby.
The Phoenix is in heat.
Ha ha ha!
It's been a great show tonight, everybody. I want to thank our listening audience. You've all been great. Thank you so much.
All right, so then the sirens pull up, and then she has another psygasm. And then like Jean's trying to talk her down. Wait, no, first she's blowing up shit, and then Quicksilver has a second one when he's running up woods, and they steal the exact scene. Like, you're stealing scene from fucking Donna Justice. What is this? Donna Justice, right?
Yes.
You stole a scene from Donna Justice where the speedster is running, and then the superpowered guy looks over and is like, whatever, bro.
Yeah, Simon Kinberg is not the most creative.
So she throws the bro and he falls, but he didn't die. He was in the movie.
No, he didn't die, but he's got his face got real scratched up.
Yeah.
No. And he's like, I can't be in the movie anymore.
He sprained his ankle. He's like, bro, I can't run on this bum leg, bro. Even though I probably heal very fast.
Yeah, he was out for the season.
Yeah, bro. I guess that's only Flash that has super healing powers.
Then Mystique is like, listen, we're best friends. The movies have spent a long time establishing this fact. Mm-hmm. So maybe you can just tone it down, and we can just go back to the X Mansion and be best friends.
And then, like, she was about to come, and I think, like, a fly, like, stung her or some shit like that. And then she, like, force pushes Mystique into a pile of bricks. And, yeah.
She gets impaled.
Mm-hmm. And then, like, Amanda was like, see, we're doing extra hardcore stuff that Disney Marvel wouldn't do because we're edgy.
They're edgelords.
Edgelords. Mm-hmm.
Then I think Jean flies away.
Mm-hmm. She's like, see, I told you I hurt people. Bye. Bye-bye. This is like fairy dust, like Winter.
And Beast is like, damn.
I never even got it.
Mystique had one more day before retirement.
I talked her out of retirement. And so Charles came in the thing, I think on his not electric wheelchair. I swear to God he was pushing this in the thing. In that same small ass kitchen that he found Mystique in, he was like,
it wasn't charged up. He has to put it back in the battery pack.
True. And then Charles was like, yeah, lost my best friend too. And he was about to drink. He's like, no, you don't get to drink because it's raining outside, and I'm in mourning because they just buried Mystique. And then Will Ferrell was there singing "Dust in the Wind," which would have made the movie better.
It would have.
And so he was like, "It's your fault." And then Charles was being a real dick. He was like, "I know you're mad, but don't misplace blame on me. I'm fucking Charles Xavier, all right?"
Oh, he was a huge dick about it. Huge dick.
Oh, it would have just made him feel better if you'd have just said, "I'm sorry, bro. Like, I'm sorry, bro." But no, he couldn't even do that. He couldn't read the nigga mind.
But listen, I'm a sucker for any scene in any movie where a character yells and slaps the glass off the table. I'm like, oh, fantastic, Nicholas Hoult. Good job.
Oscar. He'd have been a great Superman.
He was a runner-up choice for Batman. They didn't pick him.
They picked
over him.
Wow. All right.
I'm sorry I told you that. I probably shouldn't have.
I don't want to see him as Batman either. He's too clean cut young.
He's an actor though. I kind of like him.
Actor. I know he can act, but I need Ben Affleck. I needed 6 foot debonair, not too handsome, but handsome as fuck, bro. Nigga that can act, bro, and nigga that's really about to get ripped for this shit, bro.
Yeah, he was.
He didn't put on the muscle suit like Zach LaVey did. He got big, and that nigga's huge, bro.
Yeah, he was a brick house.
Yeah, beefcake.
Thick.
Dad bod. Dad muscle. Like that one dad you see on the beach. Like, oh shit. All hair, bro. That was implant hair. That nigga went to Bosley.
Yeah, put the Bosley on my titties.
He's like, I don't need balls hair, baby. They can't see my balls. Put my balls hair. All right, here, baby. Just implant that shit. I need that shit to be extra curly, bro.
No, can he, coarser.
Can I get, how do you say, Negro hair? They still call themselves Negroes?
I need the hard bristle brush. that boar here.
I need that Haitian dread hair. Just give me a Haitian dread right down my chest, baby.
I don't remember what happens next.
Throws a glass and she flies over to what's it called? Genosha.
Except in the comics, Genosha is like a flying mutant haven, but
that you can't get to.
But in this movie, it's just like
I guess they couldn't CGI a rock.
No, that's too difficult. And this movie is super grounded, even though it's about mutants and there's a plot with alien clones and like a cosmic space force.
There's a part where a nigga was so powerful he pulled up the metal out of the ground at the same fucking time.
They decided to make this movie incredibly grounded despite the scale of the story. Genosha is just like a commune where people live and grow.
So
Magneto grows organic vegetables now.
Also,
Magneto has a mutant Trader Joe's.
Also, Magneto never got his powers stripped of him by Apocalypse. He still has those powers. If he has those powers, he's stronger than fucking Jean.
I don't know about this cosmic force gene, but
this nigga, I don't care what nobody say. That is the most impressive feat I've ever seen in a fucking superhero movie. A nigga in one location pulling up all the metal out of the ground and calling it a big old ball. Somewhere in the center of the world. And I don't even think he was dead center of the world. I think he was off to the left a little bit. And he just that is the most impressive thing I've ever seen in any movie.
He caused a lot of damage.
Irreparable damage to the world.
But 10 years passed, though. Well, let's think about it like this. In terms of movie logic, people forgot that ghosts existed.
Yeah. So she flies to Genosha, and there's an Indian dude who might be somebody.
My other problem with this movie is that they make up mutants, and like he just put up any sort of like low tier mutant characters here for Magneto's henchmen. Don't give me a dude who has like telekinetic dreads,
and not even have dreads. But it's like that's who you roll with, Magneto. That's how you can get. I'm pretty sure a lot of motherfuckers follow you, bro.
Yeah, he would have some pretty good mutants there.
And y'all act like y'all can't afford these niggas. Like,
I'm like, you have the rights. Use them.
And that'd have just made the movie better just because we get to see some dope ass motherfuckers that roll with this nigga. Instead of Town with spikes that come out of his face. Y'all can't get none of this niggas henchmen, bro. Whatever.
Yeah, they've been getting that wrong since 2000, yeah.
We have never seen a Gambit, so also. In that one X-Men Wolverine movie.
They hate us. They hate us.
Yeah.
So she's
you don't even like Gambit.
She's like, hey, Magneto, so I know you've done some bad stuff. Maybe you could tell me like how I did some bad things. Maybe you could like, I don't know.
He's like, cool. Whose blood is that on your fucking shirt? Because I don't get TV out here. Something seems wrong. Me and this one lady used to be intimate, so I can smell whose blood that is.
She's like, so anyway, never mind the blood. Could you give me some advice though?
No, cool. Now I really want to know whose blood that is. And then somebody was like, hey, nigga, there's some choppers coming in. He was like, God damn it.
He's like, first of all, I don't know who you're looking for, but Jean, definitely not here. So don't worry about that.
He was like, well, I know you're the metal guy, and you ripped up all the metal in the world, but I have guns with bullets in them.
And
they didn't even have the plastic guns that would have been scary to this nigga, bro.
And 3 helicopters. 3
helicopters. You know what they're made out of? Metal. So I'm going to come in here and threaten you niggas because I guess it's not like you could stop missiles from coming to hit this place.
So
easily.
I think Magneto has a line about this is the land given to me by the government.
Now let's go back.
Okay, now
10 years ago.
I think that
everyone knows
who Magneto is. And
because he's always been that nigga in the mutant world. Every movie, he's mutant number one.
I'm trying to unpack what they're trying to tell me here, but I feel like Magneto is saying that there is mutant reparations.
Also, there was mutant reparations after this nigga destroyed the fucking world.
Yeah, I'm wondering in what world that this would happen.
Maybe everybody became rich because he pulled out all the ore and it just fell when he was done, and that's how they funded everything. He actually no, you're right. If he pulled up all the ore and shit like that, they were easily able to fund the repairs and fast too.
Oh yeah, he
boosted the economy.
He destabilized the global economy, and everybody was better for it.
America probably came still fucking up Africa,
and everything was right in the world.
Well, it was the '80s, so apartheid was still happening.
Oh, of course,
yeah,
as it should be.
Colonization, now that we're going to change anything when we go back to the past.
I'm being sarcastic for African listeners.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
African listeners. Yeah, and so...
Hey, there's 15 last time.
In Africa?
Yes.
Oh, cool. The whole country? I mean, the whole continent? Some people think it's a country? Mm-hmm. No, Congo is a different city in Africa. It's a whole country. Somebody like, hey. You know how the world is... You know the world isn't flat? Because if you're in an airplane, you can't see the world.
That's what they want you to think.
Exactly right.
That in the windows they have the curve.
The
curve windows. Duh.
And I know imagine how far we can see. We can see planets. That's how far we can see. We can see a planet off in a distance and shit like that.
It's chemtrails, man. Chemtrails.
Nah, nigga, that ain't even the sky when you look up, nigga. That's a piece of paper. That's what they want you to think.
Where are you getting this knowledge from? Books?
So you mean to tell me I can see all different phases of the moon, meaning the shit's spinning, right? But this would be the same fucking... Nah, nigga. We more built like Asgard. Niggas think the Earth look like Asgard, bro. Like water to be flying out. Nigga, has anybody ever seen the end of the world? No, because there is no edge of the world.
B.O.B. should have stuck to rapping.
Nigga, nobody's ever seen the edge of the world because there isn't a fucking edge of the world.
But slave ships, though? When was the last time you saw one?
Nigga.
Think about it.
Exactly. Anyway.
So shit goes left, and Jean just comes out, and she's like, well, I'm right here.
Mm-hmm. And he was like, he almost had them gone.
Magneto's like, bitch.
Now I don't got I ain't got credit with these niggas no more. Because he knew he didn't want it with me. And so she come out, and then she was like, I'm going to destroy planes. And Magneto's like, no, don't destroy planes.
Just for the listeners, you can't see Vic doing stuff with his hands, but this scene does look fucking ridiculous in the movie. They're like
telekinesis, metakinesis battling and shit like that.
In the cartoon, you would put in like waves or something like that just to show they're doing stuff, but the movie doesn't do any of that. It's just a whole lot of powerful hand gestures.
And somehow they break free. The helicopter breaks free, and they all get away unscathed. And he's like, "You need to leave. You're going to bring a pox on all of our houses." Whose blood is that?
Anyway, get out of here.
Yeah. There was a really cool scene. It's a really cool line in the trailers that I was really waiting. You didn't come here for advice, you came here for permission or some shit like that. And that was really... Fassbender delivered that shit out. The nigga can act. We got Fassbender out. The nigga can act.
Oh, he's a good actor.
Yeah. So, anyway. So then...
I think this might be the part where we get expository dialogue from the aliens who explain their evil plot to themselves.
Oh, so... Like let's just say that she meets Jean in the bar.
There'd be no reason to do that at all.
Let's just say she meets Jean in the bar.
Oh, and she's undercover?
Yeah, when like there's an old man ordering drinks, and then the Dabari chick, the blonde chick was like, "Hey," I thought that was Emma Frost, but anyway,
she's like, "Listen, I have no eyebrows. I'm aware that you're the Phoenix. You should come with me.
I'm gonna take you to this fly ass mansion we got in the heart of New York. It's just baller." And so she was like, "Let me explain to you the movie." So this Phoenix Force it just destroys it. It's like Galactus, Space Cloud, and shit like that. But Galactus actually has a real form, and it would have been very easy just to, having the planet suckers on there. But, they didn't want to do all that because they had all the money to do it. Anyway, So yeah, this thing destroyed our planet, and we got a hard on because it destroyed our planet and the rest of us. So we've been following it all through the cosmos and shit like that. And it usually destroys everything, but it's inside you.
And you control the power. You've got the touch. So you could harness this power to do stuff.
You can build a whole universe. You can recreate. If niggas told me I can recreate the whole universe, I don't care what anybody else say. I'm like, show me, nigga. Let's just go to the end of the universe and let me create a whole another universe. And I'm recreating the whole universe. All you niggas is dead. You give me the power of the universe, I'm recreating the whole universe.
Why do you have to kill everybody?
Because it's just wrong.
Can you just copy and paste?
Nah. I gotta fucking fix a lot of shit, bro.
I'm glad you don't have superpowers.
All right, so I can recreate the whole universe. That means slavery never happened. Or y'all just want me to fix everything right now to make everybody happy?
Maybe like fix from this point up.
So just everybody that went through 400 years of torture, just be cool just because you want to be cool right now. That's cool.
I'm not sure what happened to the time-space continuum.
Yeah, whatever. No, I fixed it. It's a new universe. And I think I probably can bring y'all souls back.
Oh, okay. Maybe if you do that.
So y'all just want everything the same. Like, see, this is why it takes people like me and Thanos to make the hard decisions. Because you niggas got nostalgia and shit like that. Fuck that. Everybody gets a clean slate. No slavery. No colonialism.
Look, the real question is, can you still buy tuna that isn't dolphin safe?
Bro, no. We're not gonna do anything bad. As soon as bad, it was like, oh, whose idea bad? My idea was bad. My idea was bad, nigga. Yeah.
Well, I mean, in Endgame, they did say that some of the animals came back, so it was like, well, maybe Thanos did a good thing.
He did do a good thing. He did. Cap was handsome and white.
And Cap was super excited. He's like, man, this fucking whale's outside.
Look here. Cap was in the fucking thing telling people, was like, hey, nigga. Hey, sometimes y'all gotta get over after universally. Like, look at me. I am 6'2".
I'm still here.
I'm gorgeous.
I'm still here.
And hey, when's the last time the world been fucked over? 5 years? Ain't nothing happened? Nothing happened, right? Cool. Hey, how's traffic? No? It was fine? Hey, you know that old school, that cutlass you want? Hey, I found one. Nigga, this old nigga that used to own one, he got snapped away. Nigga. Free cutlass. Free cutlass, nigga. Hey, you don't know they got like 100,000 regular ass miles on it, nigga. Shit, bro. It's like, is money a thing? If it still is, hey, I know this nigga right here. He kept money in his mattress. We just gonna go to every dope dealer house, bro. It's a monopoly on everything. You like PlayStation? I don't know if the fucking the tower's still up though.
It probably would be.
It was 5 years, baby. We got shit. I know we got our fucking internet back on.
I think Beast is mad at this point, and he decides to go look for Mystique on his own.
Well, he goes to look for Eric.
Oh yeah,
Eric had. He was like, "Hey, nigga, I know you got spies and shit." And he was like,
"I think they established." Oh wait, I'm sorry. Back at the X Mansion, Cyclops says one of my favorite lines in the movie. He's like, "Hey, Professor X, do you think you could track her down using your mind?" Like he has to explain that he would use his mind to track her.
I missed that part.
It was just really stupid to me.
Okay.
It's clunky. The dialogue was clunky as fuck.
And he was like, "Nah, she didn't lock me out, baby. She's in full. She's off the grid.
Yeah, full Phoenix mode.
Yeah." And so Beast was like, "Oh, I know, find her, nigga." And so he's like, I know you got spies all over the world, which we've never established." This movie just said 10 years later. And he was like, why would I fucking hair? That bitch crazy. Like, I ain't got no beef with her. It was like, look at me. I'm growing fucking vegetables. I did what Thanos did, baby. I just retired, bro. I'm cool. I'm not even mad y'all here to kill me and shit like that, nigga. Y'all want to eat first, nigga? I put on the stew.
He's like, I got one of my good mutants so back here.
He's like, look here.
Got some organic greens, collard.
He's like, the reason why I destroyed half the universe because it wasn't no food. Now don't come all the way up here and waste fucking food. God damn it, you motherfuckers.
Hank says, listen, I'm not really here for a fight. I'm here looking for Jean, who is now the Phoenix. Long story. Anyway, Raven's dead.
And he was like, oh, that's who blood that was? Hey, rally up, baby. We're going to go. Swale!
So they suit up. He gets his helmet out of the trash bin.
Mm-hmm. You hear guns cocking in the background?
He's like, listen. So when I find
one nigga did coke, like he was like, sure, you gotta get bro.
He's like, Hank, you know when I find Jean, I'm going to kill her. You know that, right?
He was like, if you can kill her before me. if I can find this cosmic being that's stronger than Charles Xavier, I'm just gonna murder her. And he was like, I guess he thought his rage was stronger than her because she out Magneto'd you. So I just thought you was gonna kill her. Like, that's your only one trick. She got two, at least two. And so everybody finds that somehow they find her in New York, and everybody pulls up at the same time. And then it's like, all right, fuck these humans, because all this peace and prosperity is happening because we haven't been harming humans.
And Charles is like, maybe we shouldn't do this. Just a thought.
Mm-hmm. Like, we might want to do this quietly. And Magneto's like, fuck that, and fuck everybody on Genosha. It's baller time. Collateral damage, nigga. Everybody's gonna die.
He's like, I don't have time to think about consequences.
Yeah. And so there's a dreadlock fight. Storm's useless. There's another psychic there.
I want to give this movie like a little bit of credit because they tried to give us a fight here. It wasn't exciting, but I still feel like it was some good use of the powers. There's a little bit of optic blast. They don't work correctly, but they're just having a battle in a park. Yeah,
and then Magneto gets the drop and throws a train through a building, and then everybody has to like fight amongst themselves. And then he rolls up and he was like, I'm here to kill you, Jean. And she was like, oh, I know. Hey, that helmet, that's cool. And then she blows the helmet open and then she stabs him with him. But, stabbing.
She crushes his head a little bit. She could easily kill him, but decides not to.
Yeah, because, movie.
And then she makes Charles walk up the stairs.
Oh, no. So then Charles gets in and she's like, Jean, like, she can read this nigga mind. She's like, Jean, I'm not here to fucking hurt you. What you fucking doing, baby? Oh, no, she was just mad at the time. Then she reads him. All right. So she was like nutting on her power. And she was like, oh, Charles, you always said I can do anything if I put my mind to it. Why don't you walk? And I was like, oh, that's fucking disrespectful. That was hella disrespectful.
It looked hilarious.
Bro, and she had him like... I can't even explain that scene. Like, I'm pretty sure they got letters about that scene, bro.
They should be embarraed,
bro. That scene was fucking
embarrassed.
That was mean, bro.
It was mean. They're like, "Hey, Charles, and I'm not gonna make that joke,
bro. They really had James McAvoy walk like that, or somehow they didn't, bro. That shit was fucked up.
It was not okay,
bro. Like, I'd rather see a Quentin Tarantino movie where he says N word in irresponsible places.
Yeah, it was.
This movie was like, hey,
it was some irresponsible filmmaking.
Yeah. Anyway, so after she gets there, and she was like, Jean, he was like, Jean, baby. We haven't made that arc to where I'm really a dick yet. So just read my mind, see what I was really trying to do. And she was like, oh, you was really trying to save me. And then the bitch was like, oh, if you don't want the Phoenix Force, I'll take the Phoenix Force, because the Phoenix chose her and destroyed everything else. But somebody who's just a regular ass motherfucker can, a Dabari though, can just suck it up like it's fucking...
That was really stupid, because the whole point of the Phoenix Force is that it chose this being, and like she's the only vessel that can really handle this power. That kind of throws everything out the window.
Yeah, so she sucks it up, and it's like, oh, if you want this power, you can do it. But then the police run up and they start slapping people, and they was like throwing collars on niggas and shit like that. The one collar they use in every fucking movie. And then and then Jean has some of her power, and the lady has another bunch of her power.
Charles is pretty disappointed that his phone line to the president gets cut off.
Oh yeah, he was like, nah, nigga, it's not cool right now, bro. Not cool. Hey, you got dirt on your name right now, nigga. I can't talk to you, bro.
I'm sorry, man. I gotta go. Hey, don't ever call his number again, though. Ever.
Like he grabbed the piece of paper and he was like, shh, break it up, nigga. And so then they get the train that they put them niggas on the train, and they were going to Alkali Lake. I saw a bunch of pine trees, and I was like, one last time, baby, one last time. Alkali Lake, nigga.
I'm sure they're going to go there, but they'd already packed up the set.
Yeah. It's like, no, we're not going to need it anymore, right? Oh, fuck. So they're on their way to Alkali Lake, which this is the exact scene from Deadpool 2.
They reshot.
They used that same train.
They reshot this. It's supposed to be in space, but they decided to put it on a train.
I don't believe you.
No, really, I'm serious.
And so we get the exact same scene from Deadpool 2. We got to break out the mutants. Then there was like a mutant fight. Apparently the Dabari can die, but they can't die.
Their power set doesn't make any sense because they're bulletproof. But also, if you were to stab them, then they would die.
Or if you shoot them too many times.
Or if you shoot them a lot of times, they're fine. But if you shoot them let's say 75 shots, that's fine. But 73, dead. No, I didn't transpose the numbers.
Okay. Oh, my bad. You got to shoot them the right amount of time.
Yeah.
It's got to be it can't be it got to be a prime number.
Yeah. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Pretty sure 73 is a prime number too.
This action sequence is underwhelming and it makes no sense, and I really hate that.
And there was waves coming because taking them all at once.
Yes,
that'd have been stupid.
Really,
especially when you have overpowered fucking shapeshifters
who would just look like humans.
Mm-hmm. And then there's Storm, go do this, Beast, go do this, everybody go do this, and somebody let Magneto out. And the black person finally realized, hey, if I let you out, I might live. He's like, probably not, but you have a better chance than not letting us out. And he was like,
Nightcrawler, one of the soldiers dies, and Nightcrawler's like, no.
Deutschland.
I don't understand why he was so emotionally connected to him.
Because he's Nightcrawler crybaby.
Because he goes on a murderous rampage after that.
Yeah, he's like, life is so precious. Well, human life is precious.
He teleported somebody to the front of a train and then grinned evilly.
Mm-hmm. He's the devil.
Oh yeah,
he's the son of the devil, as we saw in those other movies.
That's true.
Yeah.
So good they brought it into comics.
He's not. That's not as real. That dude wasn't real.
No, that was original for the movie, and then after that they brought him into the comics, in which he's actually the son of a demon.
Oh, but he's also Mystique's daughter, right?
Yeah.
So they fucked.
I guess.
Did they show a comic rolling around sex?
Oh yeah, definitely.
In the panel, they were rolling a different panel.
I believe there was hay involved. I'm just cut to the end.
No. They get out then the lady. Oh, you go. So everybody gets swashed when the lady's in a big train accident. There was 2 big train accidents in this movie. Somebody loves trains, like his wife. Sorry, I don't know her. Dorothy Mantooth is a saint.
Hey,
Dorothy Mantooth is a saint.
No king shaming. It's fine.
My bad. I don't want to be like Whoopi.
I see what you did there. Jean flies into space and explodes.
So there's a big ass anticlimactic fight where there's not even all using the power. This is not a team movie at all.
No, it's not.
And so Jean was like, "You want this power? You can have it." And the exact same line from Hulk.
Yeah, you're right.
She overcharged her, and then she blew up, and then we're supposed to think she's dead.
And we're like, yep, I guess the Phoenix, which is a character who's never returned from the dead before. I guess she's dead.
Like the whole name. Anyway, and so then they're having a funeral, and they're playing "This Is for the Fellas in the Cadillac." They play that in one movie, I'd lose my shit, bro. Wood grain on them leather seats.
The movie has 3 minutes left, and I'm wondering, really, you guys left 3 minutes after the final action sequence to wrap up a franchise that has lasted 4 films. Fuck you.
Nigga.
Fuck
no.
you.
All those films happened.
Oh, I'm sorry. 8 films then.
Every film has happened.
You're right. They did establish all
10 films, bro. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, X. Okay, X-Men 1, 2, 3. 2 Logan films. First Class. Was it First Class Apocalypse?
Yeah, there's 4 of the new ones.
So what? 9 films. Right.
They didn't give a fuck at all.
9 films, nigga.
How about we change the name of the school, and then Beast is gonna look at this weird frame picture of Mystique, and it's gonna be it.
Mm-hmm. And then fuck everybody's timeline.
We just don't care. Also, I guess Xavier retired. I guess, and he's gonna play chess.
Mm-hmm. So my friend Eric, and no one's looking for them because it's not like they have masks on. And yeah, there's a Phoenix flying off in the sunset. I mean, over there. You saw that, right?
There was?
Yeah, there was a Phoenix flying. Because
I'd already left the theater at that point.
Yeah, that's the
theater. I saw this in theaters.
Yes, we did.
Both of us did.
So did Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Tom? I just heard a huge wink. Like when X-Men want to show somebody they have different eyes. Or something like that. Yeah.
I don't know if you can tell, but I hated this movie a lot.
Oh, everybody hates this movie. When the director comes out and says, "My bad." The nigga said, "Not my bad. I take full responsibility." He said, when a movie doesn't connect to hardcore fans, novice fans, intermediate fans, when it doesn't really connect to nobody, that's a bad movie.
It is a bad movie.
He said that shit out loud. He's like, maybe I shouldn't direct. I guess what? They're going to give me another one, though. Guess what? Because I'm white.
You got anything else to wrap up?
Never wrap it up. What?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Say a word.
Yeah. All right. Do your music. Do your shout
Oh
outs.
shit! What? For this week's musical bless is Jet Life artist. Jet Life for life, baby. Fendi P, baby. Oh shit.
Yeah, Jet Life to the next life.
Go ahead.
Everybody, thanks for listening. We really appreciate it. Follow us on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Oh, we're also on Google Play too, wherever you like to find podcasts. Welcome back, old friends.
Shout out to Ric Flair, the Four Horsemen, Lacey Alexander. Welcome back to Twitter. She was in Twitter jail for a while. Lacey Alexander.
I thought she was taking a spiritual journey.
No, Lacey Alexander. Who else? Ric Flair. Oh, Lil Mike.
Mike and rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle.
Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle.
That Trey the Truth song is pretty good.
I've heard it. I'd be hard, bro. These things.
No, that's just touching, man. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, bro. Jay Stone's song too.
2 up, 2 down. Shout out to Fendi P.
Sway ceiling, I'm a main nigga. Condos, Valley stayed on them. Corner stores made me mad chill. Traded them hoes and got a real bitch. Pete back up on this darn shit. You know more and more fortune. Expensive taste, I like expensive shit. A born poor, but I'ma die rich. New 911 with my favorite weapon. Valley sweet and leather, I don't do Giuseppe's. Player made you was a player never. From the ghetto, the Tribeca won't live better. Road trips, peas in the Rover. Drinking mimosas, let her friends come over. Let them niggas stick the front and I'ma stick the stuntin'. Really they ain't saying nothing, I be talking money. Fast life, rockin' real ice. That fast money looking real nice. Them slutty hoes fuck a nigga right. Burning rubber every red light. Fast life, rockin' real ice. That fast money looking real nice. Them slutty hoes fuck a nigga right. Ballin' hard in my afterlife. Focused on money, seen a bigger picture. Broke niggas sending mixed signals. Roll it down like a bowl of glitter. Big dog, you pussy cats need new kitty litter. Kicking fly shit in these Fendi slippers. Got them gossiping about the way I'm killing. Fish bowl on anything I'm whipping. Ride around with your bitch and you gon' see it, nigga. Gold frames, keep a couple things. Strong strange, pure cocaine. Straight game, cold champagne. VVS rings, 10 gold chains. Only go nice to keep winning. Majorly independent is how a nigga living. From crack sales to record sales is big business. Went from fiends to streams, get your money, nigga. Fast life, rockin' real ice. That fast money looking real nice. Them slutty hoes fuck a nigga right. Burning rubber every red light. Fast life, rockin' real ice. That fast money looking real nice. Them slutty hoes fuck a nigga right. Ballin' hard